So I went into Costco a couple of weeks ago, and I saw something that I just couldn't wrap my head around. So I wrote about it and I posted it, and I decided to share it today on YouTube. And so it goes like this. So I went to Costco today and I seen something that I just couldn't wrap my head around. I saw a freezer. It was bigger than an apartment size. The cost of that was $199. Makes you think how they can make and sell it so cheap. The cost of material, the manufacturing process, all of this taken into account. Freight, space in the store, all the different entities getting their cut. Then I walk up to the meat counter. One small roast and one steak costs the same as that freezer. What is the reality here? The reality is a freezer nice to have, but you can live without it. The meat is a necessity. Can't live without food. All these shitty things that we encounter like this isn't coincidental. This government and the top 2% of the world population rounding us up to a corner of future dictatorship. We're being treated like retards, but maybe we are. I mean, we vote these people in. We support a single person controlling all retail. What happens when all the power finally becomes just a few people? The importance of the people becomes less and less. We still have the power to direct politicians. That is if we know we do. And if we decide to do something about it, in another 4 years, voting will be a thing of the past. I can't believe we are standing at a precipice and we are all stand there like stunned cattle. AI also an issue. Soon all jobs will be at risk. I always thought clerical people would lose their jobs due to AI. I paint for a living. What kind of machine could do that? It's not an assembly line. I'm safe, right? What kind of machine could do that? I don't know. I don't need a special machine. Robotics could do, sorry, what I'm saying is they don't need a special machine. Robotics could do the job with primitive tools like a brush and a roller. It's not such a stretch, is it? So now, as a human, what's your value to society? As far as I go as an employer, the AI be a better bet. Cheaper, don't have to pay it so much, works 24 hours a day, has no human rights, doesn't require insurance, compo, and on and on. We have people that can do space flight on their own. Oh, sorry, we have people that can do space flight on their own, like Elon Musk and so forth. No government help, and the foundation of humanity can't even afford a piece of meat. This isn't a stretch of the imagination, it's reality. Anyone 40 years older could never have imagined this. No one of this age could have seen themselves as being such a repugnant small fry, but we just sit there. There are many people like Jordan Peterson that have begun to speak out. He was taken to court. There were 5 judges. They said to him, for us to tell you you cannot voice your thoughts and opinions would be against your constitutional rights. That would be true. But yes, that's how we're ruling. So he no longer had the right to speak his mind. Not that he stopped. He said, I will speak my mind till every cent of my money is gone, meaning legal fees. So what the country did this, what country did this? Would it be North Korea? Would it be Russia? I mean, these are the countries that you would understand would do things like that. It was Canada. Shameful. I think in this very near future, posts like this will no longer be possible. That will come sooner than later. I have experienced censorship like that already. Maybe this may not post. If you don't share this, it means you're okay with things as they are. Also, share your own thoughts. Time to wake up fast. Think of your children, grandchildren, so on. Wake up. It takes everyone to do this. So there was a tax carbon rally here in Calgary. The first day they did it, the turnout was pretty good. Second day they did it, basically no turnout, but a lot of police were there to control what goes on. If we don't do anything about all this crap, I mean, what way are things going to go? You really think that we're going to have a good life? You can't afford to have a place. My rent in 1 year went up $650. I'm considering moving into my trailer, my RV. We're being rounded up and we're being pushed out. We have huge immigration, but we don't have houses for them. Now, for an immigrant to move to a country like this, they're going to be super happy, right? They're getting to move from a place where maybe they had a hard time, and so they're coming here. They have the dream of buying a house, and if they buy a house and they have 10 families in one house, to them that's a step up. So, and to the landlord or the property investor, that's a step up. I mean, you can make some huge bucks on rent. But how about to the family that's living here now and is renting a house now? Well, the only thing, or retirees, the only thing that is sensible is to actually kick them out on the street. That's why we're seeing tent cities. It's not all drugs. That's why we're seeing so many YouTube channels of van life and all this stuff, right? Our lives are changing, and they're not changing for the better. If you look at the direction it's going, somebody that couldn't imagine, that's 40 years old, that couldn't imagine how things would be today. Now, how about we'll take somebody today and we'll go another 20 years in the future. Will they be able to imagine? Will it be acceptable? What kind of future is it going to be? That would be interesting to see, but I'll tell you one thing. If the people don't step up and remind the government that they are the ones that elect the people, things are going to get a lot worse. If you have government, and the government's got, look at in the States, they got Biden, who's got one foot in the banana peel and the other one in the grave. They got Trump, who's just a total head case. We got Trudeau. We have Pierre. I think Pierre is pretty good. He sounds pretty good, providing it's not just lip service to get in. But if we don't like the leaders of the party, why would we have to vote for that particular leader? Maybe what we should be saying is we want new people, we want new blood, we want new people to step up in your party. We need new philosophy. And also, the party doesn't matter anymore either. It doesn't matter what before a party had a philosophy, and that philosophy meant everything. But that isn't the case anymore. It is the leader. It's the leader, and the leader's philosophy means everything. So whether you're a Republican or whatever, or an NDP or whatever, it doesn't matter. What kind of leader do they have? Do they have a leader that's going to take care of people, or do they have a leader that's going to make life even worse for us? We are headed towards a dictatorship. There's no way that we're not. We're being corralled. We're, it's kind of like putting a mouse in a maze and having him look for the cheese. You don't have to tell him where to go. He's being directed by walls. This is the same thing. We're being directed, right? More and more people, I really feel sorry for everybody. I feel sorry for the retirees. I don't know how they're going to live. And I'm one of them, right? For me, I worked hard my whole life, and I'm thinking of having to live in a trailer. What's the next step? And, if I go into, let's say, a trailer park and I plug in, well, when you herd cattle, they seem to all go in the same direction. Lots of people are going to think about that. Well, I got a trailer. I'll go and move into an RV site. What is the cost of an RV site going to be in another 2 years when every older person is out there? I mean, we got to be realistic here. And then the young, who's going to be able to buy a house? You know, like it's a sad deal. Anyway, I'm going to post more if this turns out to be successful. Thank you for listening, and you guys all have a good one.